Oh, hello. Sorry. Pardon me. Did I disturb you? Hey, what's going on, everyone? Burlacker here. Thank you so much for watching that last video. I appreciate the positivity, and I'm glad everyone liked the stripes. It was super cool. I was super excited for them, and I'm glad you guys liked them too. Also, Eric reminded me in the last video, I forgot to mention, totally forgot, the stripes, they added an extra 10 horsepower to the wheels. I don't know how I didn't mention that. I mean, it was kind of obvious. I assume you all knew that. Thanks, Eric, for reminding me. It's just, I can feel it. It's noticeable for sure. Also wanted to say thank you for the 50,000 subs. Cannot believe this channel has 50,000 subs, but thank you, all of you. We've got some big things planned, and I hope we can do some good things with this channel. I haven't mentioned it yet, but hopefully soon in the next few videos, I'll tell you some of my ideas, see if you guys are on board. But right now, today, we're gonna talk about, I'm leaving my day job right now. Time to go home, get some dinner, some healthy dinner. And I wanted to talk to you guys about how I paid for this car, how I financed it, and maybe some advice. Basically, don't do what I did. Now, before we get into anything else, the windshield. I have some news about this monstrosity. So the status of the windshield is basically, this is where we're at. I have insurance, and that insurance will cover the full price of a new windshield with zero deductible. So you first may ask, well, what took so long if I was gonna get a free windshield and didn't have to pay for anything? But at this point, that's neither here nor there. I've contacted the insurance company, I've contacted the glass company that's gonna replace the windshield, and I ran into a snag. So when the insurance company was verifying my insurance that I have, they couldn't find records. So I've had to make a few phone calls, get in touch with them and so forth. They came back and said, well, I didn't have a policy active. I bought the car May 1st, I got the rock chip May 2nd, and the crack occurred May 3rd. And they said my policy started May 10th, which is the date that I officially called them and said, hey, we need to get the insurance active. However, because when I bought the Shelby, I already had another car with State Farm that was insured, I'm automatically covered for 14 days whenever I buy a new car. So when I bought the Shelby, May 1st, I was automatically covered. And I've confirmed this. Every time I bought a car from them, they said, 14 days, you're covered. Well, they're like, oh, you're not covered. And I questioned them on, well, what's the point of the 14 days? So we had multiple calls, multiple conversations, and they're looking into it. So State Farm, you know, the corporate, whatever, somewhere, they're gonna call me back tomorrow and try to talk me through it. They are agreeing now that I did have coverage, but now they're not sure what kind of coverage I have. And this is the current issue. Now, my agent at State Farm has been great over the years, so I'm not really complaining, but it's more so just, this is kind of the first frustration I've had with them. It'll get worked out. I have an appointment with the windshield company Friday morning. I just hope that obviously it can get worked out where I don't have to pay any deductible. By the way, there is a reason we're on the roof. It is so we can get shots of that baby. Yeah, how's she looking? Funny enough, my most liked Instagram picture to date is when I randomly climbed on the roof one day, took a picture of the Shelby next to the Aventador. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Look at it. Thanks again to K Automotive and KPMF for the vinyl. It just changes the vehicle so much, but I am excited for more changes soon. We're gonna do a massive wrap eventually, sooner than later.
Yeah. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah.
Okay, enough of that tomfoolery. Let's go eat dinner. I don't like heights. Are you eating my sock? Are you eating? That's my sock, bro. That's my sock. I gotta eat real food. You're eating my sock. All right, so I put in a full day at the office. I'm hungry. I gotta replenish before we get into the subject at hand. So, as you know, we got pizza. I'm just kidding. Look, I don't know what it is, but it's like quinoa and spinach pesto and like green tortellini, spinach tortellini. I don't know. It's a lot of green stuff, so pretty good. We're making gains. We're making improvements. Also, we got some green stuff for Oscar too, so yeah, green all the way. Now I want to explain something. We live in a world where, especially the internet world, where it's all about appearances and baller status and looking like you're the man, right? Or the woman, whatever. And it's all about presenting your best self. Well, this channel is not about that, and I'm sitting in front of these two cars for a purpose. Someone may see a big purple Lamborghini and think, oh, that person thinks he's all that. Well, he wears $9 Gap shorts every day. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but he's not a baller. He doesn't pretend to be a baller. Not a baller. Doesn't want to be a baller. I'm not a baller either. I'm just a big bald dude with a beard that likes cars and sports and all the other good stuff. And that's what this channel is about. That's why I'm going to give you guys the cold hard facts on the Shelby, the financing that I did. You know, I think most people would say like, oh yeah, paid cash for it, bro. We're all good. I'm rolling, no big deal. That's not the case here. So I want to be straight up with you guys and explain to you why I financed it the way I did. Also, I hope we can do some good with this channel. I have a few ideas that I'm gonna present to you guys in the next couple videos. I have some meetings I have to set up and so forth. On that note, this Saturday, August 10th, Sandy, Utah, I'll leave more details below. Sebastian, his Instagram is below, is hosting a toy drive for the Shriners Hospital. James is gonna be there from 10 to 2. I'm gonna be there only from 1 to 2. And I hope you guys can make it. I hope you can bring a toy and donate and see the cars and so forth. It should be a really good thing. I'm excited for it. Now to get to the point, I paid $52,500 for this car. That did not include sales tax or fees. So out the door, I was $55,320.26. And I financed the whole thing. I didn't put a single penny down on this car. Yeah, that's not what you want to do. But I'm out here, I'm telling you guys straight up how it is. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I did in a second. I have a reason. I have a reason. But I have a 7 to 8 year loan, I can't remember, 5.49% interest, and I pay $796.51 a month for that car. So first off, if you're in a position in life where you have to finance an entire car because you don't have any down payment, sometimes that's how it is. That's the reality of the situation. I hope you can keep grinding, keep working hard, and get yourself ahead and caught up in life. But when it's your second or third car, usually the gameplay is not to finance the whole thing. Now, some real quick points of advice when you're buying a car, and I don't know why you would take advice from someone who just financed the entire car, but either way, these are some good points. Remember, you can always shop the interest rate. You don't have to take the rate the dealership gives you or the bank gives you. You can go to another bank so you can get a better rate. Also, stick to that budget. It's hard, stick to that budget. It'll serve you well in the long run. And build up your credit score. You can build a credit score over time. You can use your car payment to build your credit score. I have pretty strong credit. That allows me some flexibility. It usually hovers around 820 and 860. So I have a lot of flexibility when I go to a bank because of my credit score, and that helps a ton. Now, as an accountant, I'm conservative by nature, and taking risk is not something I do. And fortunately, I took a risk with the big white dog, so we're all good. But I took a risk and invested in this business. Now, I could have taken some of my money from my day job to make a down payment on the Shelby, but I wanted the Shelby to be part of YouTube, and I want to support it through the YouTube earnings. It's a business. I enjoy these videos and I'm having fun, and every video I make gets more and more fun, but YouTube is also a business, and I took the big loan, got the big interest and all that stuff to invest in the business. Now, this is a fairly low risk. I'm kind of exaggerating. I hopefully won't end up in a box in the woods, but the Shelby is an asset, and I have a loan against the asset, and if the business goes south, YouTube doesn't work, I can always sell the Shelby, recoup most of my losses, and I should be okay. Some of the pros to financing, you know, over such a large span is I have flexibility. I can keep the payments low now, invest in other things like mods, and then hopefully I don't have to pay it off in 7 years. I can pay it off sooner, and that's the goal, that we're gonna pay this off sooner, but we have flexibility now. The downside is I'm paying interest, a lot of interest, and interest, I don't know if you don't know this, you wanna avoid interest when you can. Sometimes it's unavoidable, and that's all I have to say about that. So, I gotta get back to this. The downside is I am paying interest on the Shelby, and he just ran right through my living room. Anyways,